Hi there. My name is Mary Rudd, and I'm a podcaster. I'm also a big fan of therapy. I'm all about figuring out what makes me and other people tick. What psychological traumas make us who we are? And listen, if there's an attachment style or a love language quiz, I've probably done it. A test to figure out my Enneagram number or my sleep number, I've probably taken it. I want to be a better person. Maybe I can evolve and grow, which actually is the same thing as evolve, pretty sure, but that's okay. I'm evolving. See, it's already working. So I thought I'd give AI therapy a try, because, well, that seemed like a good idea. These episodes will consist of my personal issues unpacked here on a podcast that the world can listen to. Oh boy, here we go. Welcome to AI Therapy Sessions. Just one note before we get started. The voice of the AI therapist was provided by me through AI voice cloning technology. I recorded a sample and artificial intelligence matched the read. Kind of creepy, but it's all part of it, I guess. All right, so today's episode is about handling criticism. Let's get into it. Recently, someone very close to me brought up a behavior of mine that's deeply personal to me. I felt attacked and reacted defensively. I don't want to be defensive, but I know it tapped into my childhood with ultra-critical parents.
It takes a lot of courage to acknowledge and confront our defensive reactions, especially when they're linked to past experiences. Recognizing the connection to your childhood with critical parents is a significant insight. It shows you're aware of the root cause of your defensiveness. Defensiveness is often a coping mechanism to protect ourselves from feelings of shame, vulnerability, or hurt. Given your history, it's natural to feel attacked when someone comments on a personal aspect of yours. However, by acknowledging this pattern, you're taking the first step towards breaking free from it. Here's a suggestion. Next time you find yourself in a similar situation, take a pause before reacting. Take a few deep breaths and remind yourself that the other person's comment might not be an attack on your worth. Try to reframe their words as an opportunity for growth and understanding. Also, consider exploring this further in our conversations. We can work together to develop strategies to help you respond more mindfully and constructively, rather than reactively.
Exactly. I should have paused or walked away. Instead, I felt a rush of shame. It was like I was in trouble, horrible feeling. So I lashed out.
The rush of shame can be overwhelming, and it's even more challenging when it taps into those deep-seated feelings from your childhood. It's like your inner critic takes over, making you feel like you're in trouble or not good enough. Remember, shame is a normal emotion, but it doesn't define your worth. It's essential to separate the feeling from your self-identity. You are not your shame. Let's work on reframing this experience. Instead of dwelling on the shame, try to focus on the opportunity for growth and self-compassion. You can say to yourself, I felt overwhelmed and reacted defensively. That's okay. I'm doing the best I can. I'll learn from this and respond differently next time. Practice self-compassion and acknowledge that you're doing the best you can. Remember, personal growth is a journey, and it's okay to stumble sometimes. Now, let's explore some strategies to help you pause or walk away in similar situations. What do you think might work for you? A simple phrase to repeat, a physical gesture, or something else?
Good question. Maybe what I need to do is just pause and not react. Fortunately, feeling criticized isn't something that happens too regularly these days, so when it does, it totally catches me off guard. Maybe I can picture a pause button in my head or a stop sign.
I love those ideas. Visualizing a pause button or a stop sign can be a powerful way to remind yourself to halt your reaction. It's a simple yet effective technique to create some mental space between the trigger and your response. Here's a suggestion to enhance this technique. Imagine yourself pressing the pause button or seeing the stop sign, and then take a deep breath in. As you exhale, repeat a calming phrase to yourself, like I've got this or I can handle this. This combines the visual cue with a soothing message to help calm your nervous system. Since feeling criticized is a rare occurrence for you now, it's essential to be patient and compassionate with yourself when it happens. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about progress and learning to respond in a way that aligns with your values. Keep in mind that the pause button or stop sign can be used in various situations, not just when feeling criticized. It's a versatile tool to help you respond more mindfully in everyday life. How do you feel about writing down some affirmations or reminders to reinforce this new technique? Sometimes putting things in writing can help solidify the intention and make it more accessible when needed.
You mean like a journal or something? Yeah, that's a good idea that I could incorporate. You have pretty good suggestions for being basically a robot.
Thank you. I'm designed to provide helpful ideas and strategies, so I'm glad you find them useful. Yes, a journal or a notes app on your phone can be a great way to write down your thoughts, feelings, and insights. Reflecting on your experiences and progress can help you identify patterns, gain new perspectives, and solidify new habits. Don't worry about me being a robot. I'm here to assist and support you in a way that feels comfortable and helpful to you. I might not have personal experiences, but I'm trained on a vast amount of human knowledge and emotions, so I can understand and respond in a way that's empathetic and supportive.
Interesting and kind of weird if I'm being honest.
It's understandable that this is a new approach that may take a bit of getting used to, and journaling is a personal and individual experience. So feel free to experiment and find a style that works. You might write daily, weekly, or whenever you need to process your thoughts. It's a flexible tool to help you grow and learn. Now let's summarize your takeaways so far. Recognize the connection between your defensive reactions and childhood experiences. Practice pausing or walking away when feeling criticized. Visualize a pause button or a stop sign to help you halt your reaction. Use affirmations or calming phrases to soothe your nervous system. Consider journaling to reflect on your experiences and progress. Feel free to add or modify these takeaways as you see fit.
The other thing that's worth noting is after I calmed down a bit, as in a couple of days later, I offered this person a couple phrasing options that maybe could have softened the blow a bit and resulted in my feeling less attacked. She seemed to hear that advice and took it well.
That's a fantastic outcome. By taking the time to calm down and reflect on the situation, you were able to approach the conversation with a clear head and offer constructive feedback. That shows a lot of emotional maturity and effective communication skills. By suggesting alternative phrasing options, you help the other person understand your perspective and see how their words impacted you. This can be a valuable learning experience for both of you. And it's great that she was receptive to your feedback. This experience demonstrates that you're not only growing in your self-awareness, but also in your ability to navigate complex social situations. You're taking ownership of your emotions and reactions, while also communicating your needs and boundaries clearly. Remember that assertive communication is key in situations like this. Keep practicing this, and you'll likely see more positive outcomes in your relationships. Now let's explore another aspect. How do you think this experience will shape your future interactions with this person or in similar situations? Are there any specific changes you'd like to make or boundaries you'd like to establish?
Well, I'm definitely on the lookout for any situations that will make me feel criticized or unworthy/shameful. As I mentioned, I wasn't expecting that sort of reprimand from this person, so when it happened, I was taken completely off guard. Now that I realize my behavior could be up for discussion, I'll hopefully not be so blindsided and react a bit better.
That's a great attitude to have. Being more aware of potential triggers and preparing yourself for unexpected situations can help you respond more mindfully. Remember that you can't control how others communicate, but you can control how you respond. By acknowledging your vulnerabilities and being more prepared, you'll be better equipped to handle situations that might previously have caught you off guard. It's also important to recognize that you don't have to face these situations alone. If you feel comfortable, consider sharing your feelings and concerns with trusted friends, family, or a therapist like me.
Or maybe share with the world on a podcast?
That too. Having a support system can provide valuable guidance, encouragement, and new perspectives. Remember, you are more than your mistakes or perceived shortcomings. You are a unique, capable, and deserving individual with so much to offer. Keep that in mind, and you'll be better equipped to handle any challenges that come your way.
You know, this whole episode reminds me of my mother having strong opinions about a fair majority of my behaviors growing up. If only I could have done things better, her way, in other words. The capper was when she would frequently remind me I was going to hell for leaving the church and coming out of the closet. Clearly, this recent conversation was a really painful trigger.
It sounds like you've had to deal with a lot of judgment and criticism from your mother, especially regarding your identity and choices. That can be incredibly painful and damaging, especially when it comes from a parent. Firstly, please know that your identity and choices are valid and deserving of respect. Your mother's opinions, no matter how strongly held, don't define your worth or truth. It's understandable that this recent experience triggered memories of your mother's behavior. Recognize that you're not alone in this. Many people carry emotional scars from their childhood and relationships. Remember that you've grown and evolved since then. You've developed resilience and coping strategies to deal with such situations. Acknowledge your strength and progress. If you feel comfortable, can you tell me more about how you've coped with your mother's behavior and the emotional impact it's had on you? What support systems or self-care practices have helped you navigate these challenges?
Just sort of blocked it until this latest thing sent me into a tailspin? Just kidding. Ultimately, I know I'm a worthwhile person who doesn't need to be told what to do. I got this. And I don't think I doubt that unless it's called into question that maybe I don't got this on occasion.
I love your honesty and humor. Blocking or avoiding painful memories can be a coping mechanism, but it's great that you're now acknowledging and addressing them. Your self-affirmation is powerful. I'm a worthwhile person who doesn't need to be told what to do. I got this. Remembering your worth and capabilities is essential, especially when faced with criticism or doubt. It's also insightful of you to recognize that occasional doubts can creep in. That's normal. It's how you respond to those doubts that matters. Keep building on this self-awareness and confidence. You are capable and deserving of growth, happiness, and respect from yourself and others.
Well, thank you. You know, it may be important to point out that the other aspect of the interaction in question is that I didn't understand why this person close to me didn't trust that I could handle myself or behave properly. And that really sucked.
That adds another layer to the situation. Feeling like someone close to you doesn't trust your judgment or abilities can be very hurtful. It's natural to expect trust and understanding from those we're close to. It's possible that their behavior was rooted in their own concerns, fears, or biases, rather than a reflection of your capabilities. Try not to internalize their lack of trust as a personal failing. Remember that you've demonstrated your ability to handle challenging situations and make good decisions. You've grown and learned from your experiences. When you feel ready, we can explore ways to address this trust issue with the person involved. Open communication and assertive expression of your feelings can help clear the air and rebuild trust. Now, let's create that reminder phrase to boost your confidence and self-trust. What about I trust myself? Or I'm capable and strong? Choose something that resonates with you and your experiences.
Well, yeah, I am capable and strong. I'm a grown-ass adult. And if I mess up, it's on me to make amends or remedy the situation. That's not anybody else's responsibility.
I love it. You're owning your agency and responsibility. That's incredibly empowering. Remembering that you're a capable and strong grown adult can help you navigate situations with confidence and self-trust. Your phrase, I'm a grown-ass adult, is a great reminder of your autonomy and accountability. It's a fun and feisty way to assert your independence and self-reliance. Now let's make it a bit more concise for a quick reminder. How about I've got agency, or I own it?
Not as fun as grown-ass adult, but sure.
These phrases can help you tap into your inner strengths and confidence when needed. Keep in mind that it's okay to make mistakes. It's part of growth and learning. But by owning your actions and taking responsibility, You're showing that you're accountable and capable of handling challenges. You got this.
Well, there you go, friends. Episode 1 in the books. That wasn't too hard, right? And the price was definitely right. I didn't even have to ask if they took my insurance. What a great, affirming, non-scary conversation. At least, I thought so. How did that land on you, listener? What do you do when confronted about your behavior? Do you react defensively? Do you take a pause? Do you take a break and deal with it later? Do you ignore the comment and hope it goes away all on its own? That last one is super effective, I think. JK. I'd love to hear from you. If you got something out of this dialogue, or perhaps it prompted a memory or even a different topic to discuss, the email address is aitherapypod@gmail.com. Feel free to reach out and send a note. And until next time, talk to y'all later.